Is Bonnie Kilroe. Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I am doing great. We're talking about divas. She's every woman, and Southeast Saskatchewan is going to be treated to an outstanding show this Saturday over at the Estevan Legion. You must be pretty excited about coming down to Southeast Saskatchewan.
Oh yeah, I am. Well, I've been there before. That's why I'm excited. I played in Estevan and I played in Moose Jaw, but Estevan especially was a really crazy crowd. I'm hoping to get the same in Moose Jaw this time.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Now, as far as the show is concerned, I know we've talked a little bit before this interview today, but every woman, man, you've got quite a list of talent there that you managed to keep on track, and that's got to be difficult when it comes to you and trying to keep them separated throughout the night.
It has happened. There has been cross pollination. I've come out as Cher and I accidentally was still talking like Dolly. Yeah,
That's
it was
funny.
pretty funny.
As long as you
Sometimes
don't,
I do that. Go on.
as long as you don't break into Brooks and Dunn, I guess you're okay.
Oh, I haven't added them to the repertoire yet.
The look that you've got going on right now, is that Reba?
No, it's funny. Yeah, it looks a bit Reba-ish, but I have red hair. But I've brought a couple of wigs in case we've decided to have some fun. But I've got a wig cap
Oh
on
yeah.
under this.
Okay. No, that's
I do
good.
have a Reba. Yeah, no, I do have a Reba wig. If I can find it, because I just got back last night. My you know suitcases are kind of sprawled out all over the place. You would not want to see what it looks like on the other side of this camera right now. But
I don't know how. No, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. My goodness.
I know it's just so much organization, but no, I could talk like Reba if you want me to. I could do it like that. But this isn't really her look right now. Actually, I just stood in on a movie for her shooting here in Vancouver and in Merritt for 2 weeks.
Oh,
I was her stand-in, which was amazing, and so I got to meet her and tell her that I impersonate her, and she's just exactly like everyone would ever think she is. She's just like the
yeah.
character Reba. Yeah.
Talk about a down to earth person, eh?
Oh, so down to earth,
Yeah.
so sweet, so happy, so pure. Like, I just love her. I love her even more.
Now, as far as performing a little bit here for us today, Bonnie, who are we going to start with? Like 10 or 15 seconds of who? Is it? Is it Patsy? Is it Reba? Is it
Well,
Cher?
I'm not doing any singing right now because my voice, she tired right now. Like
Okay.
it's early in the morning for me. I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
But I just brought a couple of wigs I could throw on, just to show you the difference because you
Yeah.
see me, and then if I take off, this is behind the stage. This is what I look like. No one ever sees this. Okay, so
Right.
this is you. You guys are
Right.
seeing
So
some
here's the
secret
here's the
stuff here.
here's the switcheroo right
Yeah, the
now.
switcheroo. So if I run back behind the curtain, normally I do full costume changes. So I have under a minute to get into my wig and my costume, and some costumes are super high maintenance. This one's easy. I'll show you this one.
Unlike the makeup.
Oh, well, I'm not even in full makeup, actually.
Oh, okay.
So this
Okay.
is my Sharon Osbourne. You see, as soon as you put the wig on and you do the voice, it's
Oh,
all about Sharon.
oh, that's awesome. That
Yes.
is awesome. Well done. It's
Thank you
it's
so
Sharon
much. Now,
Osbourne.
my bloody dogs are scratching at the door. Quiet. Never
How's
mind my
how's
husband.
Ozzy? How's Ozzy doing?
Oh, Ozzy always passed out at the local bar down the street, of course. Now, every time I
No,
do my show, I have to get myself an Aussie because Aussie's, we don't know where he is. So I bring someone up. I put the wig and the glasses because there's a probation officer expects a picture on the stage to prove
oh
that
yes.
everything's okay, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So we do that, yes. And then, of course, if I take this one off, and I haven't brushed the wig I'm about to show you, but this one here is,
Oh, 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 surprise. Here we go.
well, this one's a little bit of Dolly. Oh, I need my brush right now. I feel
Uh,
bad because I didn't make my lips big enough. Never mind my boobs. You can't see them right now.
That's
Well,
all
I'm
right.
just trying to look at myself here and get my hair all perfect.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
so
she,
I do a couple songs and I
yeah.
sing everyone's favorite Jolene, 9 to 5. There we go. Is that
Talk
all
about
right there?
Tennessee, talk about Tennessee a little bit, perhaps, eh?
Pardon me?
talk about Tennessee a little bit with Don?
Well, actually, I don't really talk about Tennessee. Sorry, and
Okay.
then you know what? If I lose my character, it looks so bad when I'm wearing the wig and I'm talking like me. I gotta go right back in the character again because it disappoints people. You spoil
All
that
right.
illusion.
There
No,
you
I do.
go.
I do a little bit of Jolene, and I sing. I pretend like I wrote the song and before I edited it, and it's
Yep.
like your beauty's not beyond compare with gray locks and thinning hair and oily skin and teeth that aren't too clean. So I do a
Oh,
few parodies.
awesome. That is great. Well done on your part, Bonnie.
Well,
Man, that's
thank
great.
you.
So at what point did Bonnie Kilroe decide, you know what, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going
Right.
to be as many different women as I possibly can? How did that, like, at what point in your life did that decision get made?
It's a good question, and I always tend to come up with the same answer, saying accidents happen
Right.
because no little girl or boy grows up thinking this is what I'm going to do when I grow up.
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
I do remember going to every single theatrical production and loving it. I remember wanting desperately to join the circus. I wanted to do something just that made people go wow and
Right.
laugh. So that was like really important to me. But I used to impersonate family members around the dinner table. That's kind of how that part started. And then I was always into theater. Um, I got into musical dinner theater, and but strangely, I remember having a house party once. So I've never told this story, but it's kind of for some reason it's resonating when you said as many people as possible. I remember having a house party. My dad went away, and my sisters and I were all living together at this point. It was so much fun. We're sort of all in our 20s at this point. And we just had this huge party and we had music blaring. And I kept coming out in different outfits and like dancing I just seemed to entertain people. So, and I loved coming out in different outfits. I used to love dressing up for disco night or whatever. So I just came out in like 5 different outfits and people kept going, were you just wearing that? What were you just wearing 5 minutes ago? And something about that sparked something. So I got desperate at a point in life around 1998 when I had no money and I was waiting for my agent to call and get me some work in film, which didn't happen. And so I got this call from this other agent saying, "Hey, can you do a show on this cruise ship?" Because I worked on ships before, but only doing, as a duo and a trio and a quartet singing. And I was always quite bored just being a singer. So I'd bring a feather boa and I'd bring the odd wig. Anyway, so he said, "Can you do this, put on a full show?" And I said, yes, with fully knowing I didn't know if I could, but pretty sure I could, throwing the hat over the fence. So that's what I did. I just said yes. And then I put together a show out of like cassette tapes, literally like every song a tape had to come out and every night I had to rewind it with a pencil. Like that's
Oh
how that
man,
started
that's awesome.
20
Um,
years ago.
all the
So
stars must have
fun.
been aligned that night you girls got together because that's when everything kicked off for you. But that's just amazing. And everything has a story, right? Everybody's path has a story, has where it
True.
began and how it developed and who was there. You just talked about that. You and your sisters having fun dancing and singing
We
at
were just
home.
having fun. Yeah, partying at home and I thought it was entertaining for people if I got in different outfits and I was just doing funny dances. And but
So
mixed in with with singing telegrams and musical dinner theater and impersonations, just throwing all of those things together came up with this weird mixture of ingredients that created this show, and it grew from there hugely until I was
yeah.
working on cruise ships, with full band, and I did that for 10 years and I loved it. But I wanted to do my show on land. I wanted to have some more roots. And now I have two dogs and a man in my life. Well, I've had him for 10 years. The dog's only two.
There you go. So at what point you'd mentioned your dad wasn't home that night. At what point did
Okay.
you reveal all this to dad?
Oh, I don't think we ever really did reveal it to dad. I
Really?
mean, we could now. I'm very close with my dad. My dad is first and foremost my father, but he's also like my buddy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so he's a young dad. He's 75, but he's one of those guys who still fixes everything. And he's always like, just put oil in your car. And like, he's always looking after his girls. You know what I mean? Making sure that we're looking after ourselves. And anyway, yeah, I did tell him many years ago, but yeah, we didn't tell him right away. Are you kidding me? No way. Not my
Okay.
dad. Forget that.
Well, I can honestly say that, Bonnie, Southeast Saskatchewan is going to be treated to a great show here in Estevan on Saturday. Doors open at 4:30, suppers at
Mhm.
5:30. The show gets underway at 7. Tickets are
That's right.
$50 a piece. And if I'm not mistaken, they can get tickets on your website as well, right?
Well, they can get tickets online through brown paper tickets, but
Hey,
everyone wonders if I'm going to do share, and of course I am,
there
because
we go.
share we save the best for last, and we always do her at the end of the show. Okay, yeah.
All
So
right.
it's a very wide demographic. I mean, we're doing everyone from like I think it's Edith Bunker to Lady Gaga, Tina Turner, Cher, Shakira, Prince will be there, like everybody. So snap
Oh,
out of it and get your tickets.
$50 at brownpapertickets.com. And you can also call the Legion office at 634-3135. Saturday night, Bonnie, it's going to be a blast. Thank you so much for joining me today.
It was my pleasure. I can't wait. I'm so happy to be back doing what I know I was born to do.
You travel safe.
Thank you. Good talking to you, Lyle.